Guys, Stephanie here with another Bibliophobes video, and today I am bringing you my June TBR. Now normally I don't do TBRs because I don't follow them, but this one is a month-long readathon that I plan on participating, and this readathon is called Make Your Myth Taker readathon, and if you want to look any of it up, just look up hashtag Make Your Myth Taker, and it's so much fun already. I'm having such a good time. Challenges, you have 4 journeys that you can go on to make a character, and I decided to go on 2 journeys to make a character, then add to my character, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do in between, which will be explained in all the videos if you feel so like looking them up. But basically you have the 4 different journeys you can go on is your rogue journey, warrior journey, royal court journey, and then your sorcerer journey. I decided to go on a rogue and a sorcerer journey. I wanted a rogue with magical abilities, so hence why I picked those 2. Now in this category, the rogue category, and doing the rogue journey, you have 4 books that you have to read in order to start your character out. And there's 4 different people as shown on the picture. You have your bandit, pirate, your assassin, and your exile. I decided to go on the assassin quest. So you have a book that has to be picked by a friend, read a book with a dark cover, a secret book which you can't tell anybody what you're reading until after it's done, and then you have your quick read, which it's a book that you think you can read quickly. Here's what I picked. So for the first book, a book that you have a friend pick, I put a poll up on Instagram, and on Instagram I decided to just put 2 books there. I was hoping to get the other book, but the one that I didn't want to read right away got picked, and I'm not super sad about it because I've started reading it and I'm really enjoying it. And that book is Skullsworn by Brian Stavely. This book is about our character named Pyrie, or Pierre. I don't know. I've heard it said 2 different ways, so I'm going to call her Pyrie. Hopefully that is correct. Sorry if I butcher that name. But this is about her journey in becoming an assassin. And she has to go through trials. And in those trials, she has to, I think, kill 14 different people. Or she has like 14 days to kill a certain amount of people. And so far what I've learned about it is it's kind of tough because nothing really is revealed at first. I think I figured it out, but I really don't want to ruin it for other people that haven't read this book, because I think that's going to be the best part of the book. So, but it's so far so good. And then of course the book with the dark cover. So I decided to pick Echoes of a Fallen Kingdom by B.T. Narrow. Now it's kind of a light cover, but it's got mostly dark cover. It's not dark edges or anything, but it's mostly a dark cover. I don't know anything about this. I decided to purchase it on Amazon because it didn't have a lot of reviews on it. And that is kind of one of my goals this year, is to read books that aren't widely popular. And I saw that one and I wanted to get it. So we'll see what I think about it. And hopefully more people can enjoy that book. And then of course there is the secret book, which is, sorry guys, I'm not going to show you yet. It's a secret book that you tell people what it is after you're done reading it. So I will let you guys know in my vlog. So the last book that you have to pick is a book that you think you can read quite quickly, and that is Dynasty of Evil, and it's part of the Darth Bane series. This book is the last book in the Darth Bane series, and it is about him, Darth Bane, and his apprentice. And if you know anything about Star Wars and the Sith, you'll basically, I think, kind of know the story. And I think I've guessed the ending, but I want to see how it plays out. So then, of course, after I read those 4 books, and if I have time, I do want to dive into getting some magical abilities on my character. I decided to go for the Sorcerer Journey as well. As you can see on the picture, doing the Sorcerer Journey, I decided to pick the Witch. There are 3 other characters, but I'm not a fan of those types of characters. There's a goddess, a fairy, and an oracle. Of course, you have 4 books to read, and those 4 books being a book featuring an animal, read a book with a foiled cover, featuring a magic battle, occult and occult themes. So the first book, a book featuring an animal, was really easy to pick because I believe it's the second to last book in the series, and that book is Calling on Dragons by Patricia Reed. Now this book is about our main character. Her name is Princess Cimarron. She's a hilarious princess. She's a princess that's a tomboy, basically. And it's about her journey, and her best friend slash boss, whatever, is a dragon. So it does feature an animal, and it is her best friend. And then the second book is read a book with a foiled cover. Now, I don't own a lot of foiled covers, at least what I can see. I mean, some are shiny, but some are not foiled. The only one that I could find was, and you can kind of see where it's foiled. The throne is quite foiled and the lettering is quite foiled, I believe. I mean, I think it is. To me, it looks foiled. It looks more shinier than any other book that I have. But this is One Dark Throne by Kendra Blake. Now, Kendra Blake so far has not let me down on any book. I read her Anna Dress in Blood series. I read the first book in this, and so far I've really, really enjoyed her books. I'm hoping that this one doesn't have second book syndrome. So I'm hoping this is really good. It left with a very good cliffhanger in the first book, so I cannot wait to get to this book. So I'm really hoping I can get through all these books in the month of June, so I can especially get to that one. So the next book is a book that features a magic battle. Now this book that I'm going to pick, I have put it off for about 3 years because of the size. And that book is by Brandon Sanderson, The Way of Kings. I know this book gets much love. However, I did order the actual paperback for it because mass market paperback is not my favorite book. Yes, it is more compactable, it's travel friendly, but as far as reading it, I liked having the paperback version because this is just so gosh darn tiny. I mean, just on the cover itself, it looks like there's some sort of a magical battle. I will find out. I'm pretty sure there's a magical battle in this. It's fantasy. It's a giant book. There's got to be a magical battle in it. So hopefully it actually is a magical battle and I didn't get wrong. That book always gets a lot of love and a lot of hate. So we'll see what I think about it. And the last book that I hope I can get to, because then my character will be complete and it'll be an awesome character with magical abilities. So the last book is a book featuring occult themes, and I decided to pick Golden Hand by Garth Nix. Now this book, this series, it's part of the Old Kingdom series. It has occult themes in it. Now, to me, when I looked it up on Google, like what occult meant, it means like anything magic, fantasy, anything like that. So it's like, man, I got a lot of cult themes. But this one, I considered it more so because you have the Abhorsen, who basically banishes the dead to the death realm. And to me, that was more occult-like than anything else. I decided to pick this up. And this is the last book in the series, so if I tell you anything about the series, it'll give everything away. So that is the books I plan on reading for the Make Your Myth Marathon, Make Your Myth Taker Marathon. And the good part about this is every weekend there's going to be a 24-hour readathon, so we can get through all these books. I hope I can get through all 8 books. I'm planning on it. With everything starting to open up, it looks like I'm not going to have a ton of time, but when I was super busy, I read over 100 books, so I think I can do it. And just have to buckle down and do it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and let me know if you plan on participating in the Make Your Myth Taker Marathon, because it would just be interesting, especially if you post any videos. I'd like to see them. And until next time, guys, until my vlog gets put up, I will see you guys later. Bye.